While changes at the Kennedy Center get a lot of attention, our local theater scene has been thriving with creative shows at our regional stages.
Tommy McFly is joined by the creator of a breakout new musical in Montgomery County that's challenging what it means to be Little Miss Perfect.
Olney Theatre Center in Olney is in the middle of the year of world premieres, bringing unique shows with bold ideas to the theater scene. And Little Miss Perfect is on stage right now. Joriah Kwamé has been working on this years-long journey to bring the show to life. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me, Tommy. I'm so excited to be here.
Great to have you. So catch us up if someone's just hearing. How did this go from your idea to bringing Little Miss Perfect to a premiere in the D.C. area?
I actually wrote the original standalone song in 2019. It's a song about this questioning perfectionist who feels as though she cannot maintain the expectations of her perfection and the authenticity of who she is. Actually, in a bizarre way, fans around the world were using the song as like a fan song for different IPs of their favorite like animes and this like Disney show.
Parts of the internet you didn't know existed.
Exactly, exactly. And people were kind of making it the anthem for their characters and for themselves as well.
Yeah.
And they saw themselves in it. And so very quickly I started to get messages from people around the world who were like, I want to know the rest of the story. I want this to be a musical. Is this a musical? Where can I find the musical? Make the musical. And eventually I gave in to the idea and was like, okay, if I'm going to do this, how do I make it something that I resonate with and that I feel like I could write? And being able to use the internet kind of as a development space and sharing things online and seeing what these people who asked for it thought about what I was making along the way.
It's been a real two-way conversation. I've watched as you've been sort of like brewing this thing.
The show kind of just started falling into place, and it's continuing to do so now that we're inviting an audience in.
What's the why of why you did this? Was it burning inside of you? Were you internet bullied to make it to come to life? Or like what? Why did Little Miss Perfect have to come out of you?
Yeah, so the pressure from the audience and from the world was definitely a part of it, but I think what I ended up finding myself in was like as a Black actor, because I started as an actor and a performer, and oftentimes I found myself not having roles that I really connected with, and so that kind of like put this fire in me to, if I have a chance to make a musical that means a lot to young people because of this representation aspect, how can I kind of blow that up and make a coming of age musical that feels like something we haven't seen before, where people who haven't necessarily been in the spotlight are in the spotlight in this musical, and then to now see the reaction of that from the very people who now feel seen that's why I do it and why I will continue to work on this musical and enjoy it. Yeah.
And the reviews, the jokes landed, ample cheers, silent at the right moments. I'm sure the reviews mean a lot to you, but what's it been like seeing people in real life?
It is an overwhelming experience. It's sometimes emotional. Sometimes people get emotional because, like, there's so much personal story that fans have connected to the song. There's this gentleman in the lobby. He's like, just calm as you can. He's like, I've known who you were since 2019. I'm from Alaska, and this is my first time leaving Alaska. I drove 16 hours, saved up money over the last year to get here to see the show today.
At Olney Theatre Center.
At Olney Theatre, and I'm leaving tomorrow on and it was just like...
No.
It was crazy, and it's just like... Art means a lot to people, and I am finding out how much every day, and through this process, it's really rewarding.
Maybe that's where it goes next. So, the D.C. area, everything from West Side Story to Dear Evan Hansen and then Strange Loop, all kind of got their brewing and their bubbling here. What do you hope is next for Little Miss Perfect?
Of course, the goal, the dream is Broadway, but we'll see along the way where that goes. So
the internet will have thoughts, and they'll give you feedback.
I'm sure of it.
Just extended through March 15th at Olney Theatre Center. Little Miss Perfect. Joriah Kwamé, thank you for spending some time with us.
Thank you, Tommy, for having me.
Go see it while you can.